I'm Assistant Chief Constable Chris Sykes of Greater Manchester Police. I think I speak on behalf of the whole of Greater Manchester Police when I say we are relieved and overjoyed to receive the news from the French authorities that they believe Alex Batty has been found safe and well. It's been 6 years since his disappearance. This is a huge moment for Alex, for his family and for the community in Oldham. Alex went missing whilst on holiday in 2017 when he was just 11 years old. On Wednesday, a member of public reported a potential sighting in the Toulouse area of France. The young man identified as Alex and was taken to a French police station. The young man and Alex's grandmother spoke on a video call last night, and whilst she is content that this is indeed Alex, we obviously have further checks to do when he returns to the United Kingdom. Our main priority now is to see Alex returned home to his family in the UK, and our investigation team are working around the clock with partner agencies and the French authorities to ensure they are all fully supported. Alex and his family remain our focus, and we still have some work to do in establishing the full circumstances surrounding his disappearance and where he has been in all those years. I can only imagine the emotions they have experienced as a family throughout this ordeal. I would ask that they be granted privacy as they come to terms with what's happened and they try to find a way to move together as a family with their lives going forward. Thank you.
Are you all done with your live? Yeah. Okay, so we'll take a couple of questions now. As I've said a couple of times, we've really put pretty much everything we know at this stage in the statement, and so the closer your questions are to that, the better. If you ask other questions, if Mr. Sykes can't answer them, he will do, but if he can't, we'll just have to get back to you when we know the answer, which will likely be when Alex is back in the country and when officers have had a chance to speak to him and have the full debrief with the French authorities. So if you want to let me know who wants to ask questions, and then I'll come to you one by one. Go ahead.
Rowan Bridge from BBC News. Can you give us any sort of timeline about Alex's return to the UK and his family?
We're working hard with the French authorities to bring Alex back as soon as possible. He's getting well cared for by the French authorities at the moment. They're in Toulouse. We're in close liaison with them and the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, and our priority is to get him back to the UK and get him back to his family in Oldham as soon as possible.
But do you know what that looks like in terms of timeline?
I expect it to happen over the next few days.
Go ahead.
Rachel Allison, ITV News. Is there any detail of where he's been, please?
I've seen some of the media reports of where he may have been. That is at the heart of the investigation that we carried out. Clearly, we need to speak to Alex. We need to speak to Alex when it's right to speak to Alex to establish the full facts.
So you have no detail of where?
We have no detail of where he's been. There's lots of speculation. We want to speak to Alex.
Okay.
How is the search for his mum and granddad going?
So as part of the investigation, we have a dedicated team working with the French authorities. Clear at the moment the priority is speaking to Alex and think about Alex's safeguarding, Alex's well-being and supporting his family here in Oldham. But obviously his mother is part of that conversation and investigation.
You said, obviously, you said that Alex and his grandmother have spoken. Can I ask how they both are?
Well, from what I've seen from the officers that have spoken to the grandmother, she has a whole host of emotions and feelings, as you could imagine. Alex is getting looked after by the French authorities. They are safeguarding him there and looking after him really well.
You wanted to ask a question? I've not got your name, I'm so sorry.
It's more or less the same thing.
Okay.
What sort of state he's in at the moment?
Imogen?
Oh, sorry, mine was the same question. How Alex is and how his demeanour is.
So Alex has been looked after by the French authorities. They've been looking after him really, really well. We've been in close liaison with them. And obviously our real concern is how we bring Alex back to the UK in a safe way and make sure we look after his well-being. The family here in Oldham, we're in close liaison with those. They're obviously massively relieved, and a whole host of emotions are going through their mind at the moment as they come to terms with this good news.